The energy is out of control. I mean, it's going to be hard to beat a pseudonym in that match, which was unbelievable, but we'll see. Kauket already upsetting someone seated above her in this bracket. Let's see if she can do it one more time against Dawn here, which would truly be like a David and Goliath story if she's able to pull this off.
Oh, absolutely. Like, if Kauket takes it over Dawn, that might be the upset of the tournament.
All right, well, there's going to be big moves here if Kauket's able to take it.
We'll be seeing in just a minute. I'll say is generally a pretty solid character in Relius. Kind of for the same, honestly, the more I think about it, the more similar S and Mai seem to be as characters. There's
the diabolical Beatrice mixer appearance.
Right? But like S and Mai, like their lines really start to cross a lot when you really start to analyze them as characters and what they're strong at. And I'll say like Mai generally has a little bit stronger movement. S has a stronger corner game, you know, yada yada. But overall, like their general game plan is going to be the same. They're very similar when it comes to fast movement, big buttons. And those big buttons are definitely going to be a little bit of a problem for Relius because of how it can kind of hit the puppet, but also hit Relius at the same time sometimes. So you got to keep that in mind.
We'll say as well, already pelting the doll with a few projectiles here, full charge, taking a good chunk there. And like you were saying, Salty, that big 5C covering a lot of space, putting pressure on both Dawn and the doll in that situation.
Yeah, we're just going to be flipping up to that upper corner of the screen there. We're going to be seeing a lot of that from Mai because what we're going to be doing is playing that keep-away game, tossing out those javelins, tossing out those projectiles. Really nice. Trying to get some pot shots against the puppet as well. Really nice play there. And that's going to be a solid opening there for Dawn, letting that doll gauge return and let him reset into yet another pressure sequence.
Well, this is maybe what you expected playing against the top player, but Kauket's really got to focus on the mentality here and not allow yourself to get spooked out. And especially like you were saying, Kauket has to play this really slowly, wants to make sure Dawn is spending doll gauge to get in. So you really need to keep yourself in a mindset where you can be patient. If you get too emotional, you won't be able to stall like you need to.
Man, this up being at especially full screen too, like, it's very deceptive of how Relius can catch you from full screen, especially when it comes to the 2-2 series that, you know, doesn't do a lot of damage necessarily, but it's going to be stopping you in the tracks, it's going to be giving Relius the advantage, and right now, Relius has all the advantage. RC extending this combo 50 meter as well. Will this be it?
Kauket is surely stopped in her tracks like you were saying. We will see the duo bias trying to clean this up. And this is especially good because the overdrive is not going to be able to do anything through the duo bios. Went into the stands, but just Dawn has the answer to every possible kind of like Hail Mary that Kauket is trying to throw here.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I would say that opting to use OD during duelist bias, or really doing anything during duelist bias, is generally bad. Because duelist bias is kind of just like, hey, you're not playing the game anymore for 5 seconds.
Yeah.
So probably OG like that is just kind of running down the target, because even if you try to go for EA, even if you hit Relius with your EA, duelist bias is still going to be active, and it's still going to be knocking you out of it.
Like you're saying, Salte boy, Dawn is so oppressive in the corner here. Yeah. If we see duo bios again, we're going to hope here that Kauket does not try to put anything into it. It's just too dangerous. No doll combo here. Building up all that meter back right now for Dawn. It's too optimized. It's too dangerous. Just devastating offense right now.
OG activation, and we are out of the corner. We're going to try to take you to the other side of the screen, but unfortunately we could not. We'll be stopping in the Midwest as Dawn is going to be knocking Mai back to the East Coast. Here we go. One more hit is all we need. Doll comes out, but it wins against Lombard, and we're sneaking right on underneath.
Nice!
Still active, but we're going to be bursting on the fatal counter, blocking the 2-2 series as well, perfectly hitting the doll as well, catching the Relius at the same time. Avoiding the doll. Doll gauge looking really low. Doll gauge non-existent. We go right in on the Relius. We can't do anything.
No, the health differential is what made it in the end. It wasn't about the last shot. It was about all the shots taken before that. Dawn securing that life lead, making sure that trade was his checkmate, not Kauket's.
Ledge is zoning game right here. Kauket playing so well, but unfortunately not able to close this out against Dawn. Stall game's back in order.
Firing off a salvo of spears here, trying to get a little bit of chip damage into Dawn and the doll here. The navigation, but falls right into the trap laid there by Dawn.
Down for time, setting up that game box at the moment. Mind drops back on down for anti-air on the side of Kauket. Unfortunately, not able to get the Ender, but we will be getting some small pickups here and there. Getting some extra damage on the table. Speaking of extra damage, that is exactly what Dawn is going to be getting right here. Knocked down into the doll set.
Devastating damaging. That JC with so much damage, Salte. And now we're threatening Duo BIOS meter here. Could be the last one. No Tech gonna get punished for a grip of damage. I believe that will be winner side top 8. 48 for Dawn. Almost left the 4 out, got a little bit excited. But yeah, securing winner side top 48 there for Dawn. Kauket, of course, making top 48 as well. But on the loser side, which is gonna make things much harder of a run for her.
Incredible performance to Dawn. Hey y'all, if you're enjoying pools right now, unfortunately we do not have another pool stream, but we do have top 48 tomorrow, and we also have top 8 tomorrow. So be on the lookout for that. You're going to be seeing a lot of these players that have already qualified for top 48. You're going to be seeing them tomorrow. You're going to be seeing exactly what we're talking about when it comes to how crazy this bracket is.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to... People are going to be struggling on the loser side of top 48. It is going to be vicious down there. The amount of competition, the amount of people that you're like, I feel like I see them at like top 4 on my netplay tournaments all the time, and they're already